Hi everybody! My name is Snow from Deface Games and welcome to another video. Plenty of new Android games are coming up this month, and we are back again with the latest list of handpicked best Android games for March 2021. All these games are available on the Play Store, and links are given in the description below. Without further ado, let's start our list! First game, Warhammer Odyssey. Warhammer Odyssey is a mobile MMO set in the Warhammer universe, where players can dive in Warhammer's old world, exploring places such as the city of Marienburg, as well as the two new maps added with the game's launch, known as the Wasteland and Marienburg Suet. You can choose between 6 classes and 12 specializations, with dynamic skills and playstyles. You can play as a devout warrior priest, dedicated to protecting their allies, or as a ravaging slayer, seeking the glory of battle. You can play alongside friends to form regiments of renown, tackle tricky monsters, and conquer challenging objectives together to reap rich rewards. Overall, this is a great game for a fun experience. Next game, Inked. Inked is a puzzle adventure game featuring epic tales of love and hope. The game has a heartwarming and enchanting story, and is set to an original soundtrack that perfectly scores this touching romance. In the game, you guide a rogue samurai called the Nameless Hero as he travels the world on paper with his love Aiko. A sudden change to this world shifts the story, taking the Nameless Hero on a quest in a vast landscape filled with puzzles to find his lost love. Each puzzle takes him closer to her, unraveling a journey that entwines the game's artist and the Nameless Hero. The game has a beautiful and immersive world solely based on ballpoint pen drawings. Next game, Abysswalker. Abysswalker is a post-apocalyptic MMORPG where you venture into an immersive cyberpunk world where technology and fantasy collide. In the game, you can freely use weapons of both the melee and ranged variety to create a wide range of combos to defeat enemies. You can also assemble and enhance NPCs and even gods to give you an advantage in battles. The game also has a survival drill mode where you compete against 19 other players to be the last one standing. The game also has detailed character customization, so you can use a wide variety of different options to express yourself and to create the character that you want. You can even collect a whole bunch of sleek futuristic mounts and unique pets to accompany you on your adventures. Next game, HeroCraft. HeroCraft is an isometric 3D game where you play as a character made out of 3D pixel blocks that you can customize however you want. From a knight to a warrior, a wizard, samurai, ninja, or robot, the role you take on is truly up to your own imagination. You can play this game either alone or with other players from around the world. As a crafting-focused game, you'll obviously be spending a lot of time making new items and equipment. You can create fancy weapons, armor, and other items to help you on your adventures, or share with other players to give them a leg up. There are roguelike dungeons with the layout changing every time you enter. It's only from these locations that you can collect items to help you grow your character to become more powerful. Next game, Slay the Spire. Slay the Spire is a combination of roguelike-inspired progression and the gameplay of a deck-building card game. At the start of a playthrough, you can select one of 4 predetermined characters, which sets a starting amount of health, gold, and a starting relic that provides a unique ability for that character. The main goal is to work through several levels of a spire, each level having a number of potential encounters distributed in a branching structure, with the boss character at the end of the level. Encounters include unique monsters, and defeating them offers you rewards and upgrades. You can also buy cards, relics, and potions, as well as remove cards from the deck. Next game, Lixo. Lixo is a puzzle game that explores the emotional interaction between light and darkness. The main goal of the game is to divert rays of light around obstacles to illuminate darkened rooms. The way the game's physics engine works is that each light source emits many individual rays that refract and reflect as you might expect. You must also use these light sources to create different colors, achieved by combining different colored light sources to create the desired effect. Altogether, there are 87 handcrafted levels, each one containing puzzles with unexpected solutions. Next game, Knighten Plus. Knighten Plus is a classic adventure game inspired by many of the amazing masterpieces from the 90s. In Knighten Plus, players assume the role of Sir Ludelot, a vaguely shovel knight-looking individual who plunders dungeons. There is an overworld map, but it's simply used to give some context to the world and show you where each of the dungeons are located. All of your time you will be controlling Sir Ludelot to clear enemies, looting dungeons, and solving some light puzzles that often amounts to block pushing and switch hitting. Upon clearing dungeon rooms, you can permanently unlock the doors to adjacent rooms and proceed further in the game. Next game, Birdie Crush Fantasy Golf. Birdie Crush Fantasy Golf is a casual fantasy golf game where you can go on a variety of field trips with adorable caddies. The game has beautiful 3D graphics and course-specific skills. You can strategize, aim for the right timing, and swing to clear various courses. You can also choose and customize different characters with colorful costumes and check out their hidden stories and exclusive animations. The game also features multiplayer mode, where you can challenge yourself in a global live match against other players to show off your skills. The game is free to play, but uses a gacha system if you want to customize your characters. Next game, Doodle Dash. Doodle Dash is an endless platformer runner game featuring a stick person. The game has an immaculate hand-drawn art style that's full of detail and imagination. In the game you can run, jump, and dash your way through cheerful hand-drawn worlds as you avoid obstacles and chase your own high score. Each run looks different than the last, with varied environments and obstacles. You can encounter different circumstances each time you replay the level. You can encounter the caves, or be swept up in a dust storm, or even land on a beach and jet ski your way around sharks and lightning storms. Last game, Slice Knight. Slice Knight is a casual action game where players take control of the titular knight who possesses a weapon that is constantly swinging around their head as they look to fend off wave upon wave of enemies. The battles take place in dungeons as players search for loot that will help them survive or even give them an additional edge in combat. You can cut down foes and crack open boxes which can contain weapons to replace the starting sword. There are a lot of weapons, like Might Shuriken Stars or even a long-range flamethrower. In addition to the enemies, there are also various traps and obstacles which can also be used to the player's advantage, and dodging them at the right moment could result in the enemies taking a lethal explosion to the face instead. And with this, we end our list of this month's best Android games. If you have any suggestions for us, feel free to put them down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, give this video a like or consider subscribing to see more cool lists like these in the future. See you next time!